Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here to give you my thoughts on Ready or Not 2. Here I come. Seen this a few days ago, Thursday preview night, basically opening day before the main Friday. Big fan of the first film. Samara Weaving, especially. She's one of my favorite actors or actresses going around today. Just how damn expressive she is, her versatility. Definitely the new modern genre queen, in my opinion. But her acting outside of the genre, too, has always been fantastic. And I can't wait to see every little step she takes. Catherine Newton, I'm a big fan of too, from her days in Supernatural, especially some of her other work. She even just did Abigail and stuff like that. Even the show The Society. I could go on. Big Little Lies. I actually did meet Catherine Newton a handful of years ago. Very kind person. And they kind of form a dream team here with Newton being introduced as her estranged sister. It picks up immediately after the first, and it kind of keeps that pace throughout. That kind of not breakneck, I would say, but like constant flow. Okay, they got to kind of keep moving, that sort of thing. But they do got to take time to sort of flesh out the sister dynamic a little bit, since we didn't know anything about it in the first. And that's definitely the strength of this movie. Weaving is endlessly expressive. Her and Newton play really well off of each other. I'll say the generic line, it is bigger and possibly better in some areas, but it's more of the same. Just a bit more added to all of it. You have a great supporting cast here too that I do think is a bit better than the first one, at least for me. Although there's some standouts in the first two, of course, but you got like someone like legend Sarah Michelle Gellar here. Sean Hattasey is in here. David Cronenberg in a small role of all people. Kevin Durand, who I think is very overlooked. I'm glad to see him getting his flowers in more recent years. Elijah Wood, of course, is probably the standout, like in terms of the actual character he's playing. But yeah, is it better than the first? I don't know. I'm still unsure a few days later. But I think it goes hand in hand really well. Ready or Not 2, Here I Come is a very good sequel that I think would make a hell of a twofer, hell of a marathon watch some night. I think you could watch them together and it really wouldn't be that much of a drag. Probably works great on its own too if you're in the mood to watch this one. There's a bit more outright comedy to it, a bit of a zaniness to it. The environment and location they're in is a bit more open. So you kind of lose a bit of that, condensed isolation, kind of walls closing in feel. But you trade in for a little bit more chaos. So I think it's an appropriate kind of pivot for a follow-up like this. You do kind of get a little bit more about the lore that I think fleshes it out nicely. They have a little bit more fun with it. And the ending, I fucking loved the ending, man. It's one of my favorite endings in a movie like this in a long time. And I think it's one of my favorite Samara Weaving scenes, really. I enjoyed it a lot. Definitely my favorite movie of the year so far, as expected. For a sequel, I didn't even think we would get. It's 7 years later now, but I'm certainly glad we have it. It leaves it on a very fitting end note. If they do a third one, though, I'm all for it. If they don't, I think it leaves in a phenomenal spot. Yeah. In terms of a rating, again, it's pretty close to the first one. The only difference is maybe like a 0.5 or something like that. So if the first one's like a 4.5 near 5 out of 5, this one's like a 4.5, or maybe it's flipped. Maybe I actually do prefer the sequel. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Let me guys thought about it. Follow me on TikTok, of course, Twitter, Instagram. Later.